With that, I'll introduce Dustin Ingalls, Director of Strategic Communications with the North Carolina League of Conservation Builders.
Thank you, Jill, and thank you, Representative Von Hafen, Representative Meyer, all the other legislators here who are working on these bills that we're talking about today, and all of you at home who are tuning in to hear about what House Democrats are doing to fight for you. When it comes to protecting everyone's health and quality of life, there are two simple moral principles that should guide us. First, every North Carolinian deserves clean, safe drinking water, and it's the government's responsibility to ensure that. And second, when you make a mess, you clean it up. But right now, we're not living up to either of those principles. We're first in flight, but we're third in PFAS poisoning. That's according to an ECU toxicology and pharmacology expert. I don't know about you, but that's not where we want to be as a state. We should be first in protecting our people from pollution. House Democrats agree, and I'm happy to be here. North Carolina League of Conservation voters are happy to be here to support 6 bills that they have introduced to address PFAS pollution in our drinking water. The first bill, as Representative Von Hafen outlined, is House Bill 501, which would ban the use, sale, and distribution of PFAS in our state. 3 other bills, 444, 502, and 506, require that polluters pay to clean up their own mess, not the people whose water they pollute. House Bill 503 provides funds to study the effects of PFAS exposure on our health. And House Bill 521, the Safe Drinking Water Act, sets a statewide healthy drinking water standard to ensure that every North Carolinian has access to safe, clean drinking water. In 2017, we found that Chemours, at their plant near Fayetteville, had been dumping GenX into the Cape Fear River for decades. 4 years later, too many North Carolinians are still drinking bottled water because their well or their tap water is too contaminated. But while GenX may be the most dangerous PFAS, the problem goes way beyond just GenX and Chemours and the Cape Fear River. PFAS is a whole category of over 1,400 what they call forever chemicals that we still don't know enough about. They're found in public water supplies and drinking water sources in Pittsboro, Greensboro, here in Wake County, and pretty much everywhere. They're in dental floss, fast food wrappers, stain-resistant, waterproof, and fire-retardant clothing, microwavable popcorn bags, Teflon coating on our pots and countertops, and so many more common household products. Because of that, they find their way into just about everyone's blood, and they stay there forever. We don't know enough about their full impact on our health, and that's what one of these bills would find out. But they have been linked to rare cancers, hypothyroidism, and even birth defects. Despite that knowledge, General Assembly leadership has refused to act to protect clean water for everyone. They have come up with only Band-Aids when what we need is emergency surgery. There is no state health standard regulating PFAS. One of these bills, the Safe Drinking Water Act, would change that. The burden of cleaning up after dangerous chemical spills should not fall on local communities or individual citizens like it does now. Polluters should pay, always. One of these bills would make sure they do. Finally, PFAS and other pollutants will not go away if we ignore them. We must ban cancer-causing agents and prevent them from seeping into our water supplies and endangering our local communities. One of these bills would do that and create a civil penalty against polluters who are selling, using, or distributing the chemicals in our state.